The role of NATO's strategic communications in countering Russian propaganda. The use of propaganda by states has been a common occurrence throughout history. However, with the advancement of the digital age and the widespread use of social media platforms, propaganda has taken on new forms, making it more difficult to counter. The Russian government, in particular, has been known to use this tactic to promote their political agenda and influence public opinion both domestically and internationally. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, has recognized the threat that Russian propaganda poses and has taken measures to counter it using strategic communication tactics. Strategic communication can be defined as the use of communication methods to influence the attitudes and behaviors of target audiences. It involves a deep understanding of the target audience, the message being delivered, and the channels used to deliver that message. NATO's strategic communications framework is designed to counter the spread of disinformation and propaganda. It takes a comprehensive approach by leveraging multiple communication channels to reach target audiences. This includes traditional media, social media, and even face-to-face communication with individuals. One of the main objectives of NATO's strategic communications is to communicate the alliance's values, missions, and activities to global audiences accurately. This is crucial to avoid manipulation by hostile actors. As such, NATO's strategic communication team is responsible for overseeing all messaging across the organization to ensure consistent, honest, and transparent communication. In addition, NATO's strategic communication team also creates and promotes information initiatives that aim to address public concerns on various topics. For example, some of these initiatives include fact-checking websites, online blogs, and social media accounts. The purpose of these initiatives is to provide accurate information and counter the spread of false information. NATO's strategic communication plan has been essential in countering Russian propaganda. One of the most significant threats that Russian propaganda poses is the creation of division and tension within NATO member countries. For example, Russian propaganda has been known to promote anti-immigrant messages to encourage tension within European Union countries. This is done to create chaos and make it more difficult for the alliance to operate effectively. To counter this, NATO's strategic communication team works to promote unity and cooperation within the alliance. This includes promoting positive news stories and highlighting the successes of the alliance. By doing this, NATO can create a sense of solidarity between member countries, making it more difficult for hostile actors to sow discord. Another critical role that NATO's strategic communication plays in countering Russian propaganda is by creating a positive image of the alliance globally. This is achieved by providing accurate information on NATO's mission, values, and activities. By doing so, NATO can combat the negative image that Russian propaganda often portrays of the alliance. In addition, NATO's strategic communication team is also responsible for monitoring social media platforms to detect potential disinformation campaigns. This includes identifying fake news articles and inauthentic social media accounts that are designed to spread propaganda. NATO's strategic communication has become even more critical in recent years. With the rise of social media, the spread of propaganda has become easier and more difficult to counter. However, NATO's strategic communication approach takes a holistic and comprehensive approach to counter the spread of propaganda and disinformation. By using multiple communication channels and creating initiatives that promote accurate information, NATO is better equipped to combat the threats posed by hostile actors such as Russia. One example of NATO's strategic communication efforts was during the 2019 European parliamentary elections. In the months leading up to the election, Russian propaganda efforts were widespread, aimed at influencing the election's outcome. In response, NATO's strategic communication team developed an information campaign highlighting the importance of the election and the dangers of misinformation. Through social media, traditional media, and face-to-face communication, NATO was able to counter Russian propaganda successfully, and the election was held without significant interference. In conclusion, the role of NATO's strategic communication is to counter the spread of propaganda and disinformation, particularly that of Russian origin. NATO's comprehensive approach to strategic communication involves utilizing multiple communication channels and creating initiatives that provide accurate information. By doing so, NATO has been able to promote a positive image of the alliance and counter the threats posed by disinformation campaigns. The importance of NATO's strategic communication cannot be overstated, as it plays a critical role in maintaining the stability and unity of the NATO alliance.